Welcome to Briarcliff Bears Soccer. Eli Karp along with Jeremy Keston, Briarcliff High School. It is Friday, September 16th, and the Bears have a tough task against section reigning champions the Hastings Hornets, and the Bears have no rest for the weary. They lost at Rheineck on Monday 4-1. They have some key players out. Those key players include defenseman Cam Fash out with a hip injury, John Gross out with an illness, midfielder and forward Alex Kabeka is day-to-day. He might get some action today, but was injured in their tie at Valhalla. And it'll be an interesting game today. Not an easy task, but the Bears, they've rebounded well from losses. Jeremy Keston, my partner, what are the keys for the Bears that they need to do today to come out with the W?
I think today the X factor for the Bears is going to be their defensive depth because, as you already said, they've got key defenders out. Cam Fash with a hip injury, Kevin Manganello tore his ACL out for the season, John Gross out with an illness. And as we've seen throughout the season, the Hornets are a very physical team, so the defense really needs to stand strong today against them.
You hit it right on the nose, Jeremy. They have a lot of speed up and down the lineup for the Hornets, and they are the Bears have to be able to expect some fouls, take them, and use those to their advantage. Because Hastings, they're fast, they play physical, and they are relentless. So without much further delay, we're soon to be ready for kickoff. Beautiful, beautiful day. Conditions not a factor at all. Actually, the only conditions that might play a factor in today's game would be the sun. It's high 70s, some scattered clouds here at the stadium field, and it might be just some shadows at a certain point later in the game that may affect the goalies going one way or another. But that's really about it.
Should also be an interesting game from Eric Koenig, team captain of the Bears, along with Matt Cohen. Eric recently hurt his quad, and so we'll have to see. May have hurt it a little in open shoot-around before, so we'll just see what happens during the game.
Yes, it did look on one of the warm-up drills. It did look like he went down briefly and then was clutching his quad as he went back to the drill line. So it'll be interesting to see how well he can play and if he will be limited at all. Bears coming in 2-2-1. Hastings at 4-1. Bears won at Putnam Valley, won versus Putnam Valley here at the high school, 3-1 to open their season. Then went on the road and lost at Bronxville. Then in the Mount Pleasant Cup semifinals, they won at Westlake 4-3 in the final minute off of a dramatic Matt Cohen goal. They tied Valhalla in the Mount Pleasant Cup final. It was a shootout loss, but it went in the books as a league tie. And then on Monday, as I said before, they lost 4-1 at Rheineck. Harrison Singer is in goal. He was replaced by Andrew Konofsky, who would give up 3 goals later in the game on Monday. And the Bears will start with the ball. It's Matt Cohn and Omar Saleh up top. Dan Anton and Alex Leahy are the wingers. And we are underway. On defense right now for the Bears, it's going to be Jack Deneen. Alex Kabeka is in there. Midfielders, you got Eric Koenig, Colby Cho. Bassard Haxi is also in there. Along with Christopher Lee, who is on defense today. And Matt Cohen will be the go-to player up top for the Bears. It'll be critical for the Bears to really establish the tone in the upcoming 10 minutes, the opening 10 minutes. Wouldn't you think, Jeremy?
Yeah, I think so. We already mentioned that Hastings is a very physical team, so if Briarcliff really fights up against that, then they'll set a tone for the entire game, I think. They can't really let Hastings just push them around.
Yes, and the Bears, not a team with a ton of size. Briarcliff has never had a ton of size. And looking at Hastings, they got a couple big players in the back, especially their center defensive mid. He's got some height. That's Nick Constantine. He's 6'4". He'll be moved all around the field. He's a great talent for Hastings. They'll be using him all day. But they really don't hold a big size advantage over the Bears, which is nice. And their goalie also... Their goalie does not have a ton of size, and that's Damon Theodore. So the Bears will settle it down and try to get something going here. A nice flick from Alex Leahy, and he'll fight for it. And some nice early aggression by the Bears, but that one will fall harmlessly to Teodol. Some of Hastings' main players to be aware of. The forward, Oscar Pereira, senior, number 9. He's all over the place. He's fast, skilled on the ball. Look for him to be around the net. He will be a focal point if Hastings is to put on a nice offensive showing today. Also, Jackson Silverstein, a captain as well. He's a senior midfielder, number 11. He's all over the place as well. He is the playmaker, the facilitator for the Hornets. And Nick Constantine, as we just mentioned, he will be the main guy anchoring the back, but he'll also have plenty up front.
If you're at the game, you'll hear Briarcliff coaches, head coach Brandon Beck and assistant coach Paul Bornero, a.k.a. B, very active on the sidelines. Beck loves to not yell at his players, but likes to give them advice and constructive criticism often throughout the game. We can hear him up from the telecast booth.
Yes, you can. If you are listening, you will hear plenty of chatter from the Bears sideline. Lots of positive energy and lots of encouragement from that sideline. They're going to need all they can get today. It's a tough opponent in Hastings. When they won the section last year, they rolled over Rhinebeck, who was the reigning Section 1 champion at the time, 4-0 in that final. So they are relentless. They will come at you. They made it all the way to the state semifinals last year. So that's pretty far. So this is the Bears have their work cut out for them today. They may be tired by the end of it, and we'll see if they come out with the end of it. Nice flick by Matt Cohen, a little too far for Chris Lee. Here, Brandon Beck shouting from the sideline. As they'll switch to field and a nice ball through. Nice ball through for Hastings. Defense is on him. Bassard Haxi is on him. And Harrison Singer comes out to make a nice save. And he'll clear it down the line. Chance was for Jackson Silverstein there, the midfielder. Nice ball found him, and he had a nice opportunity there. And a giveaway by the Hornets as Salah gets taken to the ground. And now it's Dan Anton attempting to play a ball through. Wouldn't quite work for Matt Cohen, and the pressure is on. And that will take a deflection Hastings' way. Back there defending Chris Lee and Bassard Haxia. Bassard Haxia has 2 goals on the season. He's going to be playing some defense today, as seen at least in the opening formation. But he has 2 goals, so he has plenty of offensive prowess and talent. If given the opportunity, he will definitely take it. And that little miscue does not quite result in consequence for Hastings.
Good comparison for the game. Briarcliff defender Bassard Haxia and Hastings defender Nick Constantine, both big defenders who can mix it up on the offense.
And now it looks as if Hastings has been awarded a free kick down the right sideline. We do apologize. Our view from the booth is just slightly obstructed. You may or may not be able to see this, at least in the far right corner. And the ball is played in nicely and headed away by the Bears. Not quite out. And now they will start out. Bears' offense so far has been the strength, as a nice ball is played to Alex Leahy, looking to shred his way through the defense. He's going to give it off to Dan Anton, looking for the middle. Little too far for Salah, and Hastings will regain control. So the Bears' offense, they have lots and lots of offensive talent, including Alex Leahy, the returning junior, the 3-year player who's really come into his own and is tied for the team lead in assists with Jack Deneen at 3. As mentioned, Matt Cohn leads the team in goals. He's a senior with 4. Sard, as mentioned, has 2 goals. And you have Dan Anton there on the wings. He's a 4-year player. And now Hastings on the counterattack. And whistle blown. They were offside. Also, first-year players Alex Quebeca and Colby Cho, both sophomores. Great talents in the midfield and on offense. As well as Eric Koenig, one of the captains this year. He'll wear the armband. They have plenty of scoring talent up front. It's really the defense that has been the question mark with the injuries. As mentioned earlier, Deneen looks to be playing a little bit of midfield and defense at the same time. Bassard Haxia is back there. Lee is back there.
Did you tell him or no?
That's about it for now.
A lot of holes in the defense so far we've seen today. A lot of Hastings players getting behind the Briarcliff defense. So hopefully we can see a big game by Harrison Singer to make up for any mistakes made by the defense.
Yes, Hastings has found the through ball early. They've found some opportunities, even with a couple miscues. They've seen some holes in the Bears' defense that they'll look to exploit. Harrison Singer has shown himself to be very capable, very, very capable at times. And this is his first year starting, as he's now a senior. He had to wait for the 2 outgoing graduates, Matt Leon and Brendan Krupa, who split time and goal last season. So he has picked up some valuable intangibles that you can only learn by being on the bench and really being around the game for 3 years now. And the Bears have been awarded a free kick from about 30 yards out. Colby Cho will take this one from the far sideline, and he'll put that in. Bassard Haxia is in there along with Jack Deneen, the big bodies. And now it's Eric Koenig trying and partially deflecting it. Saleh trying to make something of it on the right side, and the Bears will just look for possession. And now it's Matt Cohen directing it back out before it is intercepted by Hastings. That's Ian Charles on it, giving it over to the defender. And a nice play by Dan Anton to deflect that out. Jeremy, so we're about at the 10-minute mark. What have you seen from the Bears that makes you think they can win this game so far?
I've seen a lot of good passes by the Bears up near the Hastings goalie box. I've seen the big bodies of the Bears, as you mentioned, getting in there, mixing in with the offense. I've seen a lot of speed also. The Hastings Hornets have really been giving the Bears the through balls, but the Bears have responded with some of their own. So I think speed and size is really going to help the Bears.
Now Hastings controlling in the Bears' end. They've had it's been pretty split. They've had a little more of the better part of the chances, and now they're in the box. Clump of players haven't quite gotten it out yet, and now the Bears are able to clear. That'll go for a Hastings throw. Up there on the right side for Hastings, you got Oscar Pereira, as aforementioned, as well as Julian Jacobs, the defender and midfielder. They'll look to force the issue up front and make the defense, this makeshift defense, and Harrison Singer work for every save and defend opportunity. So the Bears stand at 2-2-1. They, by virtue of their Saturday night loss on penalties, it only counted as a tie in the books because we do not play penalty kicks in high school soccer. It was just the trophy and Mount Pleasant Cup needed to be awarded to a winner, so they had penalty kicks for that. Now Hastings has it on goal. Harrison Singer is out. The shot and a goal. Hastings strikes early. Number 4, Sarah Fuller. And Hastings strikes with just over 10 minutes in to the first half. Not the way the Bears wanted to start. He absolutely dissected the defense on that one. Harrison Singer came out, but after that, there was nothing he could do to prevent that.
Yeah, defense really more spread out than they probably should be, giving Hastings too much space. So it was only a matter of time before a through ball came and got them.
And the Bears are a little bit rattled, it seems. That pass just a little too long for Dan Anton and went out. Looks like Hastings, they do score in bunches. They beat Edgemont 4-1 already. They've beaten Bronxville. Their only loss came to KO, 1-0 at KO. Nice move there by Julian Jacobs. And that one will be intercepted. Bears are going to need to muster some offense to really compete here today. Assistant coach Paul Bordonero, in his pregame interview, said he did expect a very competitive and tight game and that the Bears would be in for a good one. And right now they're going to need to show some resiliency and fight back. It's time for them to show some leadership now.
The Hornets also getting a lot of support in small bunches. We see a few Hornets fans very audible, making their presence felt here, letting them know that they're behind their team.
Yes, about 5 Hastings seniors making the long trek up 9A to Briarcliff High School here. And Hastings will be given a free kick. Just under 28 minutes left in the half. 12 passed by. Again, beautiful day here. Perfect, ideal playing conditions. The ball whipped in, but nowhere to go with that one. As Eric Koenig will give that one to Saleh down the near sideline. Looking for a lane. He'll take him on his own. Converging defender, and he falls down his own. Quickly gets up. Looks like he lost his shin guard. But nevertheless, Hastings is back up quickly, and it's Silverstein down the side before the Bears will relook to gain possession. And there was a collision there. Matt Cohen into Sarah Fuller, the goal scorer, playing midfield and a little bit of defense. But ball was deflected out off of Hastings, so the Bears will regain control. Sard Haxia to throw, as the Bears look to make their way and find the equalizer early on in this game. Plenty of time. No time to worry yet, but they gotta show some resiliency. They can't let Hastings think that they're out of it early, because Hastings is tough. Nice little bit of passing here by the Bears. Salah couldn't quite handle that one. And now it's to Fuller.
Those watching the game can really see Eric Koenig in his true captain form, very audible on the field, letting everybody know what they're doing right and doing wrong, calling for passes when he's open, letting other players know who's open. Very, really a true leader on the field.
And this is the type of game when senior leadership is going to be absolutely paramount for the Bears. Matt Cohen up front, Jack Deneen in the back, Eric Koenig in the middle, Harrison Singer obviously in goal. But in a game where they're coming off a tough loss at Rhinebeck and they're playing as tough an opponent as Hastings, getting down 1-0 is not their ideal situation. But they have plenty of time, and this is where that senior leadership comes into play, where they're going to need to muster together a gutsy effort and find a way to get back in this contest. Nothing doing right now for the Bears on offense. They've just been trying to hold down the fort with a little bit of early challenges. That one nearly intercepted, as the Bears have not really found a controlled style of offense here. Alex Leahy can't quite find the ball on that one, and Sarah Fuller will make a nice move. Give it to Julian Jacobs in the middle, and Harrison Singer will come out to play that one, which will be booted towards the Bears bench and out of play. So far, Damon Theodore, goalkeeper, the junior for Hastings, has not seen much work at all. Bears really haven't pressed him at all, except for that one cross in that was too far for Salah.
The Hornets goalkeeper, Michael Limatone. Eli, as you said, very beautiful day out. So I feel like the sun might actually be detrimental to the goalies, because very possible that it gets in Limatone's eyes. And after halftime, when they switch sides, Harrison Singer might face some trouble too.
And you can see on the far right side of the field, little bit up on your screen from where Harrison Singer is now. The shadows are starting to creep in from those trees over there. So the Bears, this being their home field, obviously know which side to take at this time of the day in a game like this. So I'm not sure if they started with the ball. I don't know if Hastings elected the side or not, but the Bears would know what they're doing. And that one, just a little out of the reach, too far for a cross. Easily gathered in by Singer. On the bench for the Bears will come in subs. You have, Jake Oliver is not starting today for the Bears. He started the last couple games. He's a senior defenseman. Also, Sean Mooney on the bench, and Salah got tangled up there with Diego Rodriguez. Kick given to Hastings will be taken by Reed Colkin. He delivers a long, high boom, intercepted by Uxley. He had headed away, but not to any Bear. For the Bears, you got head coach Brandon Beck, assistant coach Bordenaro, and here come the Bears. Matt Cohen trying to muster something, can't quite do so, and Bears will still have possession after the kick out. Okay, Jeremy, Matt Cohen has driven them in on a nice little effort there. They're in mid to deep Hastings territory. Who should they be looking for to get it into the box, into an area, a high percentage scoring area?
Well, as we already know, Matt Cohen's the team scoring leader with, I believe, 4 goals on the season, so you can never go wrong with giving him the ball. He drove them up there. He can probably finish it out for them. They can also give it to other captain, Eric Koenig, very good facilitator, who can make the right pass, find the open guy.
Hastings has regained possession as Sarah Fuller switches the field and swings it down to the far sideline as they look to make their way up. And that one's just a little too far out of the reach for Willem Bose, the junior midfielder. Now it's Colby Cho trying to weave his way through. In the center, the Bears have numbers. And Eric Koenig has it back, looking for Michael Lee, and Omar puts it down the left sideline. The Nero here, Omar Saleh looking for a lane. That one, good defense put on by Hastings, and now down the sideline, Michael Lee's going to put a cross into the box, and that one is harmlessly deflected out of play for a throw by Hastings. Correction, that is Matthew Lee. And he will be taking the throw. This is the furthest the Bears have gotten in. That was a nice little flick and play by the Bears. And see if they can. Jack Deneen intercepts that one. Looking for a lane. Joe's got to be strong on the ball. Gives it to Matt Lee. And now the Bears will look to regroup as he pulls some nifty moves. And that one's just a little too close to the sideline. Hastings throw. Physical play. And the kick is awarded to the Bears. Great physical play by Omar Saleh to draw the foul and the free kick.
Omar Saleh really getting his fair share of physicality today. We've seen him involved, fouling a couple people. We've seen him getting fouled by other people. Interesting to see what's going to come up with him. He's been known to get a little choppy with the referees after many foul calls this season.
Colby Cho swings a nice one to that box. There's Matt Cohen, and a save, and it's out of bounds. Tough angle here from the booth. Matt Cohen had a little shot at it before. Theodore poked it out, and it squirted harmlessly across the end line. That'll be a free goal kick for Theodore and the Hornets. So the Bears have pressed the last few minutes. They've really been trying to press, gotten some results out of it. Again, Salah, a focal point. Matt Cohen, Matthew Lee is making things happen on offense. Alex Leahy down the right side trying to find some continuity in the middle. And Colby Cho and his nifty footwork has put the Bears near goal. As a few more Hastings supporters find their way to the stands. Some great shirts they got there. Tang Dynasty, Muhammad Ali. And now, ball harmlessly put on goal. Matthew Lee couldn't quite make his way in to intercept that before the goalie. And now Bears got to win the 50-50 balls if they're going to have a chance in this game. If you're just joining us now, 19 minutes to go. 1-0. That ball is off the mark. And the Bears will have a goal kick. Just under 19 minutes left in the first half. And now a sub coming in for Hastings. Coming out is Julian Jacobs. And incoming is Ian Charles. He was in briefly earlier. And actually, that was a corner kick. And they'll take that one, swings it into the box. A little too far. Regathered by Charles, and he couldn't quite put it together. And that will roll out harmlessly for a goal kick. Had an opportunity to settle it down, but couldn't quite put it to feet. And that opportunity was gone to waste. Now trying to shred his way through the defense. He'll fire a shot. And a diving stop made by Harrison Singer. Looked deflected on the way off of one of the Bears' defensemen.
Yeah, not enough air on that shot, Eli. Really an easy save for Harrison.
Now in on the back line is number 27, Alex Quebeca, who is playing today after some cramping injuries earlier in the week and last weekend. Good to see him back on the field, an integral part of the Bears' offense, but obviously with the injuries, he'll be playing more midfield and defense, not his natural position, but he'll use his skills and try to make it work on this makeshift defensive formation. As now it is Saleh looking to make something. Jonah came in now in the game for the Bears. Matt Cohen being given a rest. So up top it's Leahy, Kamen, and Lee, along with Saleh. Hastings really controlling it nicely. They're toying with the Bears now. And it's Silverstein down looking for a man. That was Oscar Pereira, senior star. Couldn't quite connect with him. And now there are about 16 minutes remaining in the first half. Bears down a goal. But they've been pressing the last few minutes. They're looking for it. They're close to the equalizer, but they got to control more. They're not keeping possession. And they will draw a key foul there. Nice job by Colby Cho, who, after a little trip, stumbled and could not get his possession with the ball. And he'll have it from at midfield. Bears up front have Kamen, Lee, Leahy, and Saleh. In the middle, Eric Koenig, Jack Deneen. And this service is easily headed out. Bears looking to control this one. Colby Cho. Muscled by Silverstein there. And Willem Bose making a play. And offside called on Hastings. Bears defense holding the line. Brandon Beck coaching his guys from the sideline, trying to tell them to settle down. You can hear him easily from up here. He's asking, where are we right now? It's been a little all over the place. Jeremy, how would you assess the Bears' play through the first 25 minutes?
They've shown flashes of good things on offense, but just haven't really been able to keep possession.
Here may be one. Alex Leahy on a service down into the box, looking for it, looking for a call, will not get one, and it will go as a goal kick. He thought he was fouled there, or at least a hand. He will not get the call on that one.
Actually, possibly could have been a handball by Alex Leahy. A lot of Hastings players were complaining about that, but ball went out of bounds, so another missed opportunity by the Bears.
Either way, it is Hastings' ball as they will look to establish more possession. That one out of the reach of Leahy, but will be Briarcliff possession. And some subs coming in for the Bears. Matt Cohn is back in. Dan Anton is back in, so Lee and Kamen will come out. They got their rests. And that one is quickly turned back over by the Bears. Again, Jeremy, you really couldn't have been more spot on with that. They've shown flashes. They've shown a couple runs there, but overall it's been too sloppy and one too many lapses in the defense, which is why they are down by one. And it looks like Colby Cho will be called for playing the ball on the ground. Good effort by him, but couldn't quite get to his feet, and that's what the referee on the near side is citing. As Hastings looks to switch the field. Little flick on, actually helped by Jack Deneen, and a nice flick on. Here comes Hastings into the box. Singer is challenging. He couldn't play it, and it's put in. A miscue by Harrison Singer. And Hastings doubles their lead with 13 minutes to go in the first half. That looks like it was number 9, Oscar Pereira. He's got the size, he's got the speed, and after the little deflection from Singer, it was a wide open net that all he had to do was put the ball right into. Like any scorer, he's got that touch. And the Bears, their mountain is only tougher now. A steeper hill to climb. Down by 2. Still plenty of time, but they have to be able to find something here. That giveaway won't help. Jeremy?
Also, quick note, Hastings Senior is really basking in the moment right here. Even more have shown up, more than the 5 that we saw about 20 minutes ago. Almost more vocal than the Briarcliff fans.
And now, a long ball. Matt Cohen looks to make something of it, and he is pushed down by the defender. Alex Borgios, the sophomore defender, gave him a shove in the back, and the Bears will be set up with just what they need, a free kick from right outside the box. This is a big moment in the game for the Bears. It's somewhat early, but it's a big moment that they have to capture. Looks like Eric Koenig and Colby Cho will be lining up, as there will be a four-man wall for Hastings. Theodore sending out directions. This will be from about 20 yards out. Just under 12 minutes. If the Bears could make something of this, they'll cut the lead in half, and this will be a brand new ball game. This could be life for the Bears. And it will be Dan Anton taking it, and he scores! Right off the free kick. He fooled Theodore, and the Bears are within 1. Magical free kick by Dan Anton.
Dan Anton and Eric Koenig, 2 really good free kick takers. Eric Koenig always working on his free kicks. Dan Anton just fooled the goalie this time.
By number 11, Dan Anton.
And the Bears have life.
2-1.
That is Dan Anton's second goal in 3 games. Scored 1 to tie Valhalla in the second half in the Mount Pleasant Cup final. And this time off a free kick, he makes no mistake. And that is just what the Bears need. The importance of that goal cannot be overstated.
Bears really gaining back momentum now in this game, so we should expect to see, hopefully, more flashes of brilliance on offense, more drawing fouls.
We'll see if the momentum can really propel the Bears to press. Often at high school soccer, it comes in waves. Hopefully the Bears can sustain this one here and keep it going. Now it's Silverstein trying to weave his way through, but cannot. Jack Deneen will not work. And Hastings, that one is intercepted by Alex Leahy. Alex Leahy weaving his way through, looking for a through ball. Little too far out of the reach for Matt Cohen. But again, here come the Bears. They're pressing.
Like what we said before, Matt Cohen, a focal point on offense. Bears are looking to give him his 5th goal of the season.
After Dan Anton, again, he was out for the first game or 2 with an injury, missed some preseason, but has found his form now. And Sarah Fuller will be cited again, playing the ball on the ground, same call that Colby Cho was given earlier. And the Bears will have a free kick, this time from 30 yards out. This one coming from the far side of the field by the right hash, if you're looking at the football markers. It's Alex Leahy, Colby Cho, Dan Anton alone on the left, and Eric Koenig there. There's a wall, and then a bunch of players lined up. It'll be Colby Cho, a short kick to Leahy. Alex Leahy weaves his way into the box, crosses it in, and it's deflected out by Hastings. Bears have their first corner of the game.
Beautiful move by Alex Leahy right there. Quick little in and out to really shake the defender away and open up some space.
Alex Leahy, foot skills virtually second to none. He is truly an asset, especially when in tight situations. And the service in by Cho. Over the head of Theodore. Look out! It's batted away. And Omar Salah will let it go out of bounds. And the Bears have been pressing. That was their first corner, but they've been showing signs. Hastings will look to just absorb the shock from Briarcliff and hold on to their lead at least into half. They've got just under 9 minutes to do so, as they've been given a kick from just outside, and Salah hits him immediately, but still ricochets, and it's into the middle where Eric Koenig will look to settle it down, and back to Salah. Fighting his way through, and eventually it will not be settled down just yet. Takes a lick at the end of that one, and now they've got numbers down the right side. Over to Silvershine. Back to Jacobs. Jacobs weaving his way through. That one, Silvershine. Oh, just outside the goal net. Hit the outside netting. Singer, in a pressure moment there, forced him just outside.
Like I said before, Omar Saleh, forward for the Bears, really getting a lot of physical plays. This time just didn't go his way, led to a counterattack for the Hornets.
That was a near disaster for the Bears after they've tried to come back here. That goal would have put them down 2 again. The deficit would have been back to 2. And they were very fortunate that that ball just rolled right into the outside netting to the right of Harrison Singer.
It's far away right now from that. Right.
Shadow is starting to creep in on the far right side of the field. Jack Deneen looking to impose his will on the game, his big physical style, and Matt Cohn looking for a break. Omar Salah running down the sideline. He's got a couple defenders with him and some physical play. Ball is out on the right side. No call from the referee just yet. And it looks like one of the Hastings players is being spoken to, along with Salah. Been involved in plenty of physical confrontations and games before.
While we're waiting for the Bears to throw it in, another point, Bears defense, very important for them right now to stand together and not let any Hornets get through. If the defense stands strong, they'll be fine, because I feel like the offense will get their chance.
And Alex Leahy into the box to throw. Omar Salah over. Oh, and a beautiful save by one of the defenders. That looked like it might have been Alex Borgios, one of the key defenders. He saved a goal right there. Omar Salah was going to head it in, and right before it crossed the goal line, a wonderful play, and now it's serviced down the left sideline. Nice play by Alex Leahy as he has 2 Hornets defending, converging on him to get it out. And the Bears almost strike there. Unlucky break.
Really makes you wish varsity soccer had goal line technology, huh, Eli?
Oh yeah, sometimes you don't want many things from FIFA, but maybe you could have used that one there. It was a close call, but all in all, a wonderful play by Borgios. But the Bears are pressing. I'd have to think down 2 goals somewhat early with about 25 minutes to go in the first half. And the way the Bears have responded with that free kick goal, and they've been pressing more, even though the defense has shown lapses, I think if they went into halftime down 2-1, the way they've played to so far close out the half, we'll see if they can keep it up the next 5 minutes. I have to think Brandon Beck the coach is going to be happy and have confidence that his team can find the equalizer in the second half if they can't find it now. And there's a through ball down the left side, looking for Willem Bose. He'll try to put it in, and that won't quite work. Didn't fully get a good strike on it. And that little flick will be handled and gathered up by Singer. Okay, Jeremy, I'm going to pose a question to you. As a nice little flick by Matt Cohen almost fell to Omar Salah, who would have had a wide open breakaway. And now it's Eric Koenig. Bears look like they might have something here. Dan Anton can put on the burners. Put on a little shove there, but Hastings retains possession. And I'll go back to my question in a second, Jeremy. As Julian Jacobs, check that, Oscar Pereira pulls a nice move to switch the field on the Bears. All right, Jeremy, if the Bears are going to pull even, whether it's the end of this half or soon into the second, who is the person you're looking at to score that equalizer?
To score, I'm looking at, obviously, team leading scorer Matt Cohen. I'm also looking at Omar Saleh. Very, very forward with the defenders, getting very physical, lots of free kick chances.
And a steal after that deflection by Dan Anton. He's got numbers. Matt Cohen's going to attempt to get to that ball. And that one will be a nice play done by Hastings defender. There's Nate Constantine.
Matt Cohen just not fast enough there.
Dan Anton actually, he had options. He had Omar Salah coming in the middle, virtually unmarked. And he had Cohen, it was the easier ball for him to play right down the sideline. But Cohen, tracked down by two defenders, it might not have been the best ball to play right there. As Omar looks to make something out of this one, and he will force Diego Rodriguez to kick that one out of bounds for Bears throw. Haxia to take it. Just over 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Bears down by 1, but making a push. They got numbers up. They got almost everyone inside half, the inner half of Hastings territory, with just Alex Kabeka and Chris Lee back. Dan Anton can't quite get a clean foot on that one, and that will roll out of bounds.
Forgot to mention Omar Saleh, former Hastings Hornets student. Really hearing it from the Hastings fans here who know him.
Yes, the Hastings student section, if you will, has grown to about 10 to 15, and they're making themselves heard with every chance, especially with Saleh being right on their side, playing somewhat of a left wing position. They're up close and personal to him right now. As Dan Anton will whip that one into the middle. As Hastings will look to settle it down. As we are under 2 minutes, a through ball played. Singer is out, and Silverstein gets around him. Singer will kick it out of bounds. Nervous moments for Harrison Singer after he went out to play it, missed it, but the defender, that was Alex Kabeka, did a nice job on keeping Silverstein to the outside. Julian Jacobs controlling now. Check that, Oscar Pereira. And Eric Koenig will dump that one out of bounds. Quick time and score update. Just under 2 minutes left for the Bears. It's up to the referee discretion now. They're down 2-1, but Pereira's weaving his way through, trying to find a man a little too far, and Harrison Singer will slide cautiously and field that one. This might be one of the last rushes, offensive rushes for either team, and it looked like Jonah Kamen was climbed on top of by Constantine, and the Bears will be awarded a free kick. Service is in. Sala is up there. Sala and Kamen put on by Theodore, and he will put that one out of bounds. And the Bears, this might be the last rush of the half for them. They're going to look to make all of it they can. Came in looking for a teammate. He was tripled by the Hornets defense, and now it is taken away and controlled by them. A nice little bit of passing to find some free space. Down the sideline, Pereira has Silverstein, a nifty move, and threw a through ball, and he is called offside. It looked like a really, really nice looking sequence, but Silverstein was a little too ahead of the play, and the Bears survived that one.
Hornets in this first half really proving themselves to be not just big and physical, but also have a lot of speed and finesse, really using a lot of, as Eli said, nifty moves to break down the Briarcliff defenders.
Yes, nifty, cheeky, whatever verb you want to call it. But whatever adjective you want to use to describe it. And that will conclude the first half. After 40 minutes of some entertaining play, the Bears will go into the half down 2-1 to the Hastings Hornets. It's been entertaining so far. We'll hope you stay with us for the second half, and we'll be back in a few moments. So, second half ready to get underway. Bears trailing 2-1 by virtue of two early goals, one by Sasha Fuller, the other from Oscar Pereira for Hastings, and a nice free kick goal from Dan Anton to get the Bears back in consideration. So as we begin the second half, as the Bears get the ball, Jeremy, what are you looking for to get the Bears back on track?
On defense, I'm looking for the defenders to really stay together. Right now, they're in a diamond formation, so as long as the diamond stays tight, make sure nobody's getting past them or in between them, they should be good to go. On offense, I'm looking for the guy I've been looking at all game, Omar Saleh, really getting physical with everybody. He, I think, is the key for Briarcliff to get a lot of free kick chances.
And it looks like the starting formation in the second half will be the same as first. You got Basart Haxia, Alex Quebeca, and Chris Lee anchoring on the back. In the middle, you got Kobe Cho, Jack Deneen, who's playing a little hybrid of midfield and defense. Eric Konig's also in the middle. And up front, you got Sarah, Leahy, Cohen, and that's about it.
I'm also going to have to eat some of my words from the first half. I guess the Bears really did know what they were doing when choosing sides, because now Harrison Singer on what was the sunny side of the field, the sun is now blocked by clouds, so no sun in Harrison's eyes right now.
Well, we said weather may not play a factor, but it looks like a little bit of Mother Nature is bringing hopefully some good fortune to the Bears, as it looks like Hastings may have an opening down the sideline. Oh, they had a chance. That pass just wasn't far enough. Down the near sideline, Willem Bose was about to run free, and he has another opportunity here if he gets the ball. But dissecting his way through and playing a nice through ball in was Reed Colkin, looking for Pereira, but he was ruled offside. And so the Bears survived that mini scare. Again, they're coming out a little sluggish to open the half. Not what you want to see if you're a Bear fan. As Basart Haxi has trouble controlling that one, and Pereira will give it off. Little miscommunication on the Bears side of things. Alex Leahy looked for Saleh, couldn't quite get it to him. Basart Haxia just handing that to no one. And Hastings has a chance here. Silverstein cutting in. Singer trying to cut off the angle. And a nice deflection by Singer. One-on-one with Silverstein, and Singer comes up big to keep this a one-goal deficit. Now Hastings will have a corner, but a really great save by Harrison Singer. Low to the ground, dove the right way, and Bears are living to fight another day. High looping corner in, put on goal, and a nice punch out by Singer. Singer, the long reach, had just enough length on the fingertips to poke that one out of harm's way, and another corner will result.
Harrison Singer really coming through for the Bears right now. Just not sure which Hornets player it was, but him just getting above the defense.
Service in. As Hastings will put it on goal. That one is deflected just wide. And they're giving him a free kick, and now it is changed to a corner. Looked like it was clearly off a Bears player, and they have corrected the call.
Harrison Singer under a lot of pressure right now. I'm looking to see how he handles that, if he can really pull through.
Yep, Hastings really putting on the pressure here early. They want to put this game away as soon as possible. Don't let the Bears and their offense hang around. So that's what they're trying to do. And the Bears just need to be able to sustain this wave of pressure and then see if they can counter when given the chance. Whistle blown. Looks like push on Dan Anton. And from the far side of the field, from about 30 yards out, Hastings will try to burst in a kick. That one will find its way through the defense. Harrison Singer making an acrobatic save, and the offsides flag is up. A scary sequence, and Singer is down back in his own net. A mad scramble, a nice tip by Singer, and then a collision of defenders and forwards from either team. And that the Bears again get a nice break there. Singer is up in a little bit of pain. Couldn't quite see what he fell on. Jeremy, did you see?
Looks like he's holding his side right now. Very possible that a Hastings player either gave him a cleat or a head to the stomach or the rib.
Matt Cohn will try to make something out of this. And he falls over. Call goes his way. And Colby Cho will be taking another free kick for the Bears. This one just a short one as they look to gain possession, something they've not had much of so far. It's been a pretty lackluster game in the department of possession for the Bears. Coach Brendan Beck cannot be happy about that, but they will get that call down there. It looked like Eric Koenig was held as he fights his way. Again, this is a time where leadership will be key for the Bears. They've got under 35 minutes to go in regulation. Down by one, but they've been pressing. They've shown signs of life while also dodging a few bullets.
Eric Koenig showing some physicality back there. Not exactly.
And Omar Saleh intercepts this one and tries to race down the right side. Cannot quite regain possession. Jeremy?
As I was saying before, it's nice to see Eric Koenig getting physical. Not exactly the biggest player on the field, but it's nice to see him adapting his game to really try to find a way to beat the Hornets.
Chris Lee playing right back. Alex Quebecca's been doing plenty of work back there on the line. Haven't really had to call his name much, though. A lot of Omar Saleh, a lot of Haxia, a lot of the Lee brothers. Alex Leahy tried a little flick and trick there. No one there to receive it. And now the Bears will be able to switch the field if they look for it. As Bassard Haxia pulls a nice little dip and duck on that move. Alex Quebeca, now we get to call his name. A nice running control with the body. Puts it on Dan Anton's tee, and he will have that one deflected out of bounds. And now, focal point back to Saleh. He's had his chances today. He's had a lot of good chances, made good runs, just has not been able to find that perfect opportunity or find to the net. Now, a flick attempted by Pereira, couldn't quite work. And Alex Quebeca with a rush. And now Matt Cohen seeing his first action, and he is taken down. Alex Bourgeois. Couple protests from the crowd, but pretty much consensus, and he cannot believe the call as Matt Cohn went diving to the turf after that.
Actually, a little good tiki-taka there by the Bears. A lot of one-touch passes. Hopefully we can see that more. That could be, passing is a key to success in most sports.
Now it is Leahy and Cho behind the ball. Two of Briarcliff's small but extremely talented young stars. As the sun starts to creep through, shadows engulfing more of the field, spreading to about midfield. It's Leahy, and it's Cho to take it. That one doesn't quite reach it. Not the best of attempts from Cho that we've seen before. And the Bears will still look to press. Just about a half hour remaining. A third of this game left. About 3/8 of this game left. And Omar Salah looking to follow his own pass. He is given a leg out and taken down. And the Bears will have another good look at goal on a free kick. Their best looks at goal have been on free kicks today, wouldn't you say, Jeremy?
Yeah, right now we're looking at Eric Koenig and I believe... Who's that next to him?
Looks like Kobe Cho.
And Kobe Cho next to him. As I said before, Eric, a great free kick taker. Let's see what they can make out of this.
And it is Eric taking the kick, puts it on net, and a bobble and a save by Theodore. Koenig put it high, but Theodore was able to corral it.
Almost a screamer by Eric. Makes those in practice all the time. Just a great play by the goalie.
Oh, it was a thundering blast that almost found the back of the net. Alex Leahy trying to dissect his way through, but the call goes against him. And now it's Hastings changing the field at will. That pass just not quite pinpoint. Little bit of sloppiness showing from Hastings now. Bears have last couple minutes begun to press. Hastings has been defending more, and that's what the Bears are going to have to do in the next half hour if they want to be able to win this game. Oh, what a filthy move. Filthy move by Reed Colkin. And in the middle, it is Jack Deneen applying the pressure. But it's turned over. Hastings may have an opportunity here. All alone is Bose. And in the middle, and Julian Jacobs is offside off the deflection. Close call there. There actually is a new high school soccer rule instituted this year that if a player is ruled in offside position, but the ball deflects off of a defender, he is not ruled offside. So that might be a questionable call there. Obviously, the Hastings players cannot believe it. But the Bears, again, they dodge another bullet. They've dodged a few of them this afternoon. He's taken down the box. Singer looking for it, falling, and it's Christopher Lee trying to head it out. Singer is down, and the ref blows his whistle. Harrison Singer came out to challenge for the ball. Didn't come up with it, created a deflection, but he looks to be laboring in pain. Andrew Konofsky, if they do need him, did get work on Monday. Let up a few goals, but looks like Singer will be good for the moment.
Harrison getting his fair share of physicality today. Really, first a shot to, I believe, the ribs. Now, I believe this was a shot to the head. Harrison getting in the mix with the defenders. Also, a quick note on the defense. They are staying together. However, Hastings has proved more than capable of switching the field at will. So the Bears really not covering the entire field and people being left open on other sides of the field.
Bears have not gone very deep today on their bench. They've gone with their couple of subs, including we've got Jared Kamen has come in on forward, as well as Matt Lee. Otherwise, it's been the same 11 with a couple subs. Now up top, Cohn, Saleh, and Anton. And it looks like Hastings will kick the ball back to the Bears. Sportsmanlike move. Class act, isn't it? Slowly getting cooler as the cloud gets hidden by some clouds on the right side. And the Bears will have another free kick opportunity in Hastings' half. Up top are the forwards. Now Leahy spread on the right. Service, no one there to receive it. Now running on in, Eric Koenig. He just puts one high, wide, and it will roll out of play. Looks like it will be a throw-in. He happened, got a little lucky on that one. Did not go for a goal kick, and Hastings will be pinned in their near corner. And the Bears will look to press and force a mistake. 26 minutes to go, and it is foul on Matt Cohen as he and Nate Constantine went down.
Minus the foul, good defense by the Bears there. Good strategy for a deep free kick in a team's own territory is to really pressure everybody and try and make a mistake.
And Hastings will move up the field after that header out by Matt Lee. Chris Lee, check that. And that ball attempting down for Silverstein. He's got his man. He'll cross it in. They've got two Hornets, and that one goes too far. Bears didn't really have numbers back there. They were able to yet again survive a little push. They're hanging on. They really are. But you have to think that they're going to put on a push in the next 10 or so minutes to get the equalizer. Get the crowd involved. Find an inspiration, a spark here. Seen a lot of Colby Cho this afternoon. A lot of Omar Saleh. Chris Lee's made some nice defensive plays. Alex Leahy's tried to make some runs. Again, always looking for Matt Cohen in this one. Oh, a little miscommunication by Hastings, or they would have had a turnover opportunity. And that was turned over to Alex Leahy with some nifty footwork. He's trying to dive his way through. Given over to Eric Koenig. And now the Bears look to control. Dan Anton a little off balance. And that one's bobbled around by Theodore. But he does regain possession. Matt Cohen fell down in the box. And all goes to no harm. Alex Quebeca feeding one down the side for Saleh. It might be too far. He's putting on the Jets. And a nice defensive play. And actually getting the call is Hastings. Looked like it might have taken a slight deflection. That's what the ref is seeing. Bears can't believe it. Didn't look like that from up here, but it is the ref's call. Physical play as Chris Lee gets outdueled on that one as Oscar Pereira looks to find his way through the defense as he feeds it for Willem Bose. And now it is Hastings being the aggressor. In a time where the Bears have to be the aggressor, it's Hastings putting the pedal to the metal here, looking for the third goal. That would almost surely put this game to sleep.
Hastings really nifty on offense. We just saw Jack Deneen get nutmegged. We almost saw a nice give and go right there. But now the Bears back on offense, and a key to the Bears offense should be Alex Leahy, number 7. He's one of the quickest people on the field, more than capable of breaking a defender's ankles, getting past them. We'll see how he does as the game goes on.
Great point, Jeremy. Now it is Dan Anton coming out for a rest. He will be getting stretched by Isaac Reisman, one of the teammates on the sideline. And it's Matt Lee now in on left wing. Both Lee brothers in the game now. Impressive freshmen. Great talents, and by senior year, they will likely be something very special. A little bit of short passing there by the Bears. Alex Leahy getting in there. Colby Cho sending one for Leahy. Trying to put on the speed. He's muscled away. And that defensive play will result in a Bears throw-in. Good pressure by the Bears Nice look down the sideline. Leahy and Cho were on the same page there as Matt Cohen looks to find one into the box. Wouldn't quite work for Salah, and Colby Cho's attempt from about 20 yards out is too high.
If you notice, Omar Saleh almost went for a bicycle kick there. Easily would have been the play of the game, right, Eli?
Oh, he thought about it. He was close, but he decided it was a little too high, and he wasn't going to look foolish by attempting it when he didn't have a chance. But if it was a little lower, that might have been in his wheelhouse, and this game might have been 2-2, as he had a free shot on net. Nice give and go down the sideline. It's Silverstein for Hastings, cutting his way through before the Bears look to take over. Nice give and go by Quebeca and Cho. Looks like Quebeca's moving up a little bit, but retreating now to his position as Leahy tried to get it to Saleh as he controls it to feet, and the Bears have some space. Eric Koenig couldn't quite thread the needle there.
When the Hornets are on offense, if you look at the bottom half of the field, you'll see number 8, Willem Bose, always open. I'm surprised Coach Beck hasn't made a point about that yet.
And Saleh takes a direct shot to the face from the ball, checking for blood. As Leahy looking to get physical, out-muscled there by Bose, and Bose all alone to Pereira. Pereira tries to chip it past, and it rolls just wide. He was all alone on Singer, and he put it just wide. There's a Bears player in his own net. Not sure. That's Alex Quebeca. Might have been a little upset with that chance given up. The Bears still hanging by a thread. Down 2-1. You have to think they've been hanging around this long. Hastings has not converted all of their chances. They've had a few here to put the game away. The Bears might just find that equalizer and make this game more interesting. That free kick. Not the best effort from Singer on that one. Now Hastings controlling outside the box. Julian Jacobs trying to pull a move, but can't. And Alex Leahy maybe off to the races here. He's got wheels. And that pass, Matt Cohen was tied up. Tied up by Bourgeois. As the Bears quickly try to fool the Hastings D.
Harrison Singer showing that senior leader mentality, very clearly yelling away in reference to where he wants the ball to go. It's been a very active day for him.
You're right, it has. He has had to make some key plays to keep the Bears in this game. There have been a few balls by the Bears as Eric Koenig swings one in too far, which will result in a throw-in. There have been a few too many balls by the Bears as they've tried to put a few passes deep into the offensive end, and they've gotten it to the player, but the player just has not been able to win the one-on-one battle with his defender to either pull away or outmuscle him or pull a move that frees them up. They just haven't been able to win those battles. There's been very little open space given by this stout Hastings defense, but when they really need it, the Bears have not been able to muster an individual effort. As Chris Lee will now have a throw-in. This might be a danger area here. Bears have to be wary of a counter. They have a lot of people up and keeping 3 back. Oh, it looked like it might have touched a hand in the box there, but no call. And that one is chipped down the sideline. Nice play by Lee. Alex Lee, he thought he had more time than he did. And just like that offensive possession is done. Through ball, long pass will be handled by Singer. Was originally intended for Silverstein. Jack Dineen trying to spring Alex Leahy. It's just a little too to the right. And with 17 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game, the Bears need a goal as we approach the evening here. Bears need some weekend magic. They've given this Hastings team a lot, but this Hastings team has also tested the Bears. Solid crowd on hand today for the Bears. And a nice stop by lead to briefly prevent the Hastings offense from making something out of that there. And he'll do it again, but the Hastings offense is moving. Alex Quebeca trying to change that. Omar Saleh, Matt Cohen, and either Matt Lee or Dan Anton, the forwards, along with Alex Leahy, will have to muster some offense here. They have to find something, or else the Bears will drop under 500. Theodore will come out to play that. And a nice play by Chris Lee. Looked like he might have got the defender on the arm. And Saleh trying to pull some moves, but he's in a 2-on-1 situation. Bears not looking off the field besides their little corner down the right sideline, and that's not helping them. Eric Koenig looking to switch the field, finally in the middle. Sardax had plenty of time. Opts to put in the middle. Matt Cohn looking for an option, trying to get to his feet, putting it, looking for an option, and he just can't find it and put it to feet. He was dancing around like a crab on the ground and couldn't quite find his balance. And before he knew it, Theodore had the ball.
Matt Cohen losing it right there. Had he had his balance, we would almost certainly be looking at an even game right now, but that's just how the game goes, Eli.
You got that right, Jeremy. It's a game of inches. Bears still have about 15 minutes left, including the brief stoppages for a couple minor Singer shakeups. Jeremy, who has impressed you the most today from both sides?
On Briarcliff, most impressed, definitely Harrison Singer. I've heard good and bad things about him. He's really, although 2 goals have been allowed, he's really shown up to play today, making a lot of key plays on the stretch. On Hastings, who I'd like to see a lot is, what's his name? Sasha Fuller, really getting physical with a lot of Briarcliff forwards, making sure that they don't get past him, really making an impression for the game right from the beginning.
Definitely. With that opening goal, he really set the tone. Bears that they're trying a short kick in. Alex Leahy can't quite corral it. And that is an opportunity gone to waste for the Bears, who really cannot afford to be sloppy with set pieces this late in the contest.
A lot of good individual plays by the Bears, but as a whole, not enough teamwork, not enough passing, not enough quick plays that we've seen from them.
Definitely. Omar Saleh now a little deeper as he tries to race his way. Sun peeking through, creating a little bit of a glare if you're on Harrison Singer's side of the field. And Basard Haxia attempts to clear and does.
Sard Haxia back there saying, when in doubt, boot it out.
He's got that right. He had Oscar Pereira, who has already put a goal in today and had a couple other glorious chances, who just hasn't put it on net. He was converging on him, so it was critical that he got that ball out of bounds. And here he is, taking a bunch of defenders with him like a magnet. And now it is Bose putting one into the mixer, and it eludes both Silverstein and Chris Lee, but they're back on it. Hastings yet again pressing. That was Matt Lee on that side. Ball curling out of bounds, wasn't put on net. And 12 minutes to go. The Bears have a dozen minutes to find a goal. It won't be easy. It has not proved easy. But the Bears have to be up to the task on this one. And that looked like that might have touched Fuller's hand, his arm, and the call is a handball on Fuller. Absolutely pristine, pristine day. Turning into an evening. And Chris Lee taken down by Jacobs. No cards. No cards today from the ref. Plenty of whistles and free kicks given, but no cards. Been a relatively clean game. Not too much buffoonery.
What we just saw right there by that kick by Alex Quebec is something we haven't really seen enough by the Bears. I feel like the Bears have only really been using the right side of the field when they've got plenty of options on the other side.
Exactly. He swung it left that time, and there was time and space down that side. And the Bears do have numbers here if they can make use of it. And they have not. Looks like Jonah Kamen was doing some warm-up drills on the sideline. He may be coming in up top as he did earlier in the contest. Bears have never played Hastings before, or they have not. Coach Brandon Beck has not played Hastings in over 11 years. They played in a scrimmage last year, but they have not met in a while, so there really is not a lot of history besides the fact that this is a darn good team the Bears are playing. And that move from Jacob shows it. He got the knee to bite, but Pereira is called offside. And this team is loaded with talent. They're not top heavy. They have Pereira, they have Constantine, but you got Fuller there. You have Bourgeois, who's shown some great play. Diego Rodriguez, Reed Colkin pulled a beautiful move earlier with Julian Jacobs. And Damon Theodore has proved steady enough. The Bears haven't really tested him enough. And if they did, they might find some more success. But right now, he has not been worked enough. And so they're up by one. Looked like it was a hold there on Pereira, and it is called. Distress coming from the Hastings supporters, but clearly a hold there on Colby Cho by Pereira. A little flick by Leahy, taken on by Chris Lee, vacating his spot on defense. And so far, the Bears' season can be somewhat summed up in just this game. They've been inconsistent all season. It's been win-loss, win-loss. And this one is, in a nutshell, it's been bad, it's been good, it's been bad, it's been good. But right now, they're one behind the 8 ball.
Oscar Pereira of the Hornets really proving that he wants to be the finisher on this team, getting involved very high up with the Briar Club defense, very upset with a lot of the calls.
Refs have had to make some tough calls today. Not always popular with either the crowd nor the players, but they got to do their job. Eight and a half minutes to go, and the Bears have not found the press mode yet. See if they can find it here. Salah goes to the ground, no call. And it's crunch time. An unfortunate handball called on Chris Lee. Caught him at the wrong angle. Was not particularly pressured by that. And Hastings gets a break. Some time will come off the clock here. They will milk the clock as much as they can. And they will have a set piece. Eric Koenig is down. He's hunched over.
I think it's that quad, Eli. That's what he seems to be holding. Very big problem for him as of lately.
It does look like that, and we do have to wonder in a game like this where every little play matters, and Eric Koenig, a senior leader, integral in every part of the game, a little bit hindered. You gotta wonder what he has and has not been able to do today, and what he might have been able to do if it in fact is hampering in the outcome on the game. We have a 3-man wall consisting of Leahy, Lee, and Koenig. This is a long kick. 40 yards out. It will be Pereira to attempt. See if they come up with a little trickery. Maybe a short play rather than the conventional whip it into the box. But either way, time is not running off the clock right now. I don't know if it's supposed to be stopped or not. And it starts now. Pereira's going to launch a howitzer, but it bounced harmlessly wide. And the Bears survive yet another Hastings offensive campaign unscathed. They still do need a goal. They haven't quite gotten the opportunity in the second half. Omar Saleh, you have to wonder. He had a pristine opportunity before, a header that was cleared by Bourgeois. That most certainly saved a goal. This game would otherwise be level. Matt Cohen has lost his balance a couple times on opportunities. And there are 7 minutes for the Bears, unless they're right now staring an L in the face. Jeremy, what would you it's been a pretty inconsistently played game, but how would you assess the overall performance of the Bears with virtually the whole game gone? As Matt Cohen looks for a lane, it's poked away, and we have a segment to talk.
I just feel today the Bears have often been inconsistent, as they've really been all season, as indicated by their 2-2-1 record. They just haven't put together enough offense. Their defense had some holes in it.
And now it is Jack Deneen trying to get in on the party, and he nearly makes contact with Theodore, who comes down with a jumping catch. More time coming off the clock. 6 minutes remaining. Bears trailing 2-1. Silence here at Briarcliff, except for the small posse of Hastings supporters. Alex Leahy, the unfortunate deflection off his knee on the ground. And it's going to take a magical effort for the Bears to pull even here. You do have to wonder at this point, with all of their defensive injuries and depth as Quebeca falls down, and it's Pereira looking for the cross, and Silverstein putting it wide, but not quite out. Pereira trying to post some moves, puts it through, off a few Briarcliff bodies, and cleared out by Quebeca. Near disaster for the Bears.
Almost looked like Silverstein was going for the pass back there, even though he had no defender in front of him. It was just him in the goal.
He really didn't. Now driving in, Andrea Russo. And it's off of Alex Leahy. It'll go for a corner. You do have to wonder, as I was beginning to say before they took off on that rush, as Eric Koenig is down. He's holding that quad of his. Not a good sign when your captain is down. You have to wonder if the Bears lack the defensive depth after all of their injuries. This is not their usual back line. You have to wonder if they had more of their offensive firepower in the middle and they could really press forward. You have to wonder what the outcome of this may be. Again, it's not over. It's 4 minutes left, but not looking very inspired for the Bears at the moment.
Briarcliff fans coming alive a little now in support of Eric Koenig leaving the field. Very sad moment for the whole team. Let's hope the fans can stay in it and the players as well.
Definitely. And not a knock. This has not been a very consistent performance from Briarcliff, but you have to keep in mind who they're playing, and that Hastings is probably the best team, if not one of the best teams they will face all season. So to be in this position where all they need is a goal and they've put all they have on the line, it's admirable from the Bears. It just has not been enough yet, especially with the injuries that they're dealing with. Oh, and Salah steps right into the Hastings forward. Can't quite see who it is, but it was blatant, and he is milking it down. Looks like it is Pereira.
Pereira hit either in the thigh or the family jewels. Either way, very big physical hit by Omar Saleh.
Never an easy one to sustain, but he will have he will have a good look at a free kick as he whips one into a waiting man, and the tip goes right over the net. Singer is out, and the defender the forward got a foot on it, but the defender put just enough pressure that he did not find the net. Critical stop for the Bears as they have to rush at this point. A bit of 3 minutes, and then stoppage time up to the discretion of the referees. But the Bears have not put on the press. See if they can do it here. It looks like Alex Leahy's hand was held. Alex Quebeca trying to find a seam, and he can't. It's a little too far.
Bears really looking for a lot of through balls that just aren't there, and that could possibly be because the Hornets have really stepped it up on defense now. There's more guys back than up top.
You know, the Hornets' defense really has been admirable today. I mean, Theodore looks to be average. He does not look to be out of this world, but the defense has really shut down the Briarcliff attack, and they have not gotten many shots off him. The only goal came off a set piece, which was beautifully placed by Dan Anton. So it's been a lot of good play by the defense of Hastings as well. And Matt Cohn draws a corner for the Bears. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Will they make something?
I expect to see a short pass right now. The Bears are going to try to pass it around.
And it will be Colby Cho for the service in. Got plenty of people in. He's going to whip it in. It's a curling ball. And it's headed out. He will let that roll for a throw in. Now Alex Quebeca waiting. Fires but deflected on the way in. And the Bears come away empty-handed on that one, as they will have to retreat slightly at least, but they cannot stay back. 2 minutes to go. The clock has stopped. It is all up to the refs on time now, although I have a feeling there will be about 3 or 4 minutes left in the game. Salah laying the body again, getting up close and personal this time with Julian Jacobs.
Eli, I feel like I have to mention that was a nice hot take back there on Theodore.
Thank you. He really has not been tested at all by this Bears offense, who really it's been pretty dormant. They've tried some rushes, but they have not been able to get good opportunities at the face of goal or fire shots away and get rebounds. There hasn't been any of that. And Theodore has done a nice job with rebound control, but there have not been enough shots to really judge that. And a long ball played here, but it just won't work for the Bears. Hastings is just too strong in that area. It's desperate moments for the Bears now. They need a push. Last chance. Moments remaining in this one, where the Bears will drop to 2-3-1. I'd like to thank my partner Jeremy Keston for all of his work today, as long as my camera woman Sarah Call has done a fantastic job capturing the action.
This for FIFA, Eli. The Bears are on all-out attack right now. Lots of quick moves, lots of attempts at passes, just anything to get to the goal.
They are about the furthest thing away from parking the bus. I can assure you that. Hastings also not content with parking the bus right now. They're being the aggressor. They don't want the ball to stay in their end and risk giving up a goal. They're full out, forcing the issue. And now Silverstein draws the foul. And that time is coming off the clock now. forced deep in Briarcliff's end, their chances for getting their last shot on goal are dwindling. Some hollers from the crowd. Hastings might have stolen a win. We'll see if they can finish it out. And that one will go for a corner, but that doesn't matter. This one is over. The Bears fall to the visiting Hastings Hornets 2-1, and they drop to 2-3-1 on the season. Along with my partner Jeremy Keston and camerawoman Sarah Cole, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.